Up, Cronulla, the boys in the black, white and blue. Up, Cronulla, name of the Sharks fit you. Sharks, Sharks, forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here.
Hey there, welcome to SharkCast Pod, a podcast dedicated to the greatest club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. And Sharks win 31-18, a pretty good all-round performance. A little shaky there at the start of the second half, but overall, I'm pretty happy with that result. We knocked off the Dolphins, we knocked off the Roosters, sitting in sixth place currently, and we'll see where we end up by the end of the night, end of the weekend. Sharks win 31-18. Now, hopefully you can all hear me and see me, and we're going to have some people calling in. I can already see one young man. We'll get to him shortly. We'll have a guest up here when we can. Sharks win 31-18. There are links in the Facebook, links in the YouTube. I haven't done what I said I was going to do. I haven't put up the Instagram story, but if you can somehow just from Instagram go to, you'll find us. Come on, have a chat. Great night here at the Sharks. Unfortunately, flag loss, but the big boys, the NRL boys, won 31-18. Pretty comprehensive win, in my opinion. Chris Vaiella scoring on debut, very feel-good, amazing. We'll talk about his performance as well. And we'll talk about everyone. We'll get into it. Sharks win 31-18. Fantastic stuff. A little bit relieved, actually, given what the Roosters did to us in the first meeting this year. Comprehensively beaten tonight at Sharks Stadium. Just over 11,000 people. Really good vibe. Some people are still here. You might be able to see or hear them in the background. But fun times here at Sharks Stadium. Have to give a lot of thanks to the Sharks Club for letting me do this tonight and also looking after us. It's been really kind of effortless. So it's makes my job a lot easier, and thoroughly happy with that win. Let's bring in a young man. I'm presuming he's a young man. It's none of my business, actually. And I want to hear what Kobe has got to say. Hey, Kobe, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, mate. And I am a young man, so you got that right in the nose.
Well, young men can still wear hoodies and look cool, my friend.
100%, mate. What a game.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. How you feeling?
Oh, yeah. I was here last week, first in again. And I told you, if we win against the Roosters, we're well and truly back. Mm-hmm. And guess what? We're back. How good?
I think so. I was going to ask the question, are we allowed to say we're back? And you've already said we can. I think you're right. I think you're right. I was impressed with most of that performance. I think there was the start of the second half, sort of 10 minutes, everyone was dropping the ball. There was 3 or 4 examples of dropping the ball. Aside from that, I mean, there were other things, obviously, like the tries we conceded were not fun. But I think overall, Kobe, I mean, what impressed you from the performance side of things as a team?
Well, obviously, everybody's going to say Brayley. Like, mate.
Oh,
Brayley.
come on. Yeah,
What
good.
a legend, mate. What a legend. He is. I don't even know. I don't know what he put in his wheat bix or anything, but keep putting it in and keep coming out with that performance, and I will be a happy man every single day of the week.
Yeah. I mean, first half in particular, just lights out. Great game all the way through. I briefly saw him during the week, and he looks like a guy who's just at ease with everything. He looks happy. He looks content. Looks really focused. So, as you say, whatever he's doing, it's working really well. And super happy for him. And as Fitzgibbon said in the presser last week, just run. If you run, good things happen. We saw both halves run a bit tonight as well. So, generally all round a really good performance. Again, not perfect, but we're trending in the right way. And one game at a time. But tonight was awesome. Who was your best out there aside from perhaps Blake Brayley?
So I got the team list up.
Yeah.
I will tell you, no disrespect, but Braden Hamunueli was definitely not up there.
Okay.
Shocker.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking at the list, maybe you got to say Tricky Trindu, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mate,
Very improved. Yeah.
What a game he had. I reckon one try assist. But yeah, he had a blinder too.
Well, let's have a look at him. He got the field goal. He had two try assists, 2 line break assists.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know. He got
So yeah,
yeah,
pretty handy. And his little mate in number 7 had a try assist as well.
Yep.
And scored a try. So
I
thought both halves Kobe kicked really well. I thought game management was back, and I thought the kicking was really good.
Yes, 100%. We put up a couple bombs and just troubled. What's the winger's name?
We'll call him Marky.
Marky, yeah, Marky, mate. He got troubled. He got troubled big time. Just he didn't have any he didn't have any part of the game, and the recent weeks he's been their biggest player, and we just shut him down, which was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the way we defended or they were just off their game, but everything they did tonight, it looked like the Hail Mary kind of treatment. It looked like there was nothing structured. They were throwing the ball around. They got a couple of tries from that, so fair enough. But even that last play, if you remember the last play just now, where the game was obviously over and it went through like 30 hands, and it was just like, okay, let them have some fun. And they went back 20 meters. That was kind of their game plan tonight. It was really weird. They didn't look like a team that was sort of in the zone. Yeah,
it was unstructured.
Very well said.
They obviously came in with a plan, and AFB and all our forward pack just absolutely, just dominated the whole game, which was good. And what about Chris Vivella, if I said his name right?
Let's go with Viella, but let's talk about him.
Mate, what a try. He's gonna be scary. And he'll partner Iro in the centers shortly. I reckon Ramian, I love him. I've always defended him, but he hasn't been up to standard. Last game he was good, but he hasn't been up to standard of late. So it'll be good for a bit of competition in that center role.
For sure. Now, Kobe, don't go just yet, but I just want to say hello to our other friends that are waiting. I can see you. Don't go anywhere. We will get to you. Please hang on. Kobe, I thought defensively he looked a little bit like a guy on debut. Like he wasn't bad. And I'm not. Yeah. This is not a judgment, because I thought he did a pretty good job. But he will only get better, as Ghastly 10 says on the screen there. So super happy he got the try, and he held his own, to be fair, but they did score a couple of tries down that side. Doesn't mean it was his fault. We saw Britton Nickera go off with a concussion, so that right side was a little bit skew-if. How good was the Billy Burns try? I want to see the slow-mo of that head on.
Billy Burns,
oh my God. Mate. Beast mode.
He's the unsung hero, actually. I've always liked him. I had a couple of mates, which is like, why the hell did you bring Billy Burns to your club? And I'm like, do you know what? I think he was on a trial and train or something like that. And he's come in and just done what he needed to do. And he's been awesome the whole season, in my opinion.
Absolutely. What else can you tell me before we move on to our other friends waiting for us? Kobe?
William Kennedy had a really good game. He's proven back to what he can do.
Yeah. I thought he was a little bit. There were a few moments I'd like him to have back. I thought it was, again, he's trending the right way, and I'm a huge fan. But there's 2 or 3 uncomfortable moments in a game where you want him just to own it, and he kind of shies away, and it almost cost us down one end. So, but I'm with you. I thought he was good.
Yeah, he was good. Definitely better.
Yeah,
than what he has been. And congratulations, Adam Fanua-Blake, for 200.
Oh,
100%.
He was fantastic. Let's look what he did.
Awesome.
Fanua-Blake, 130 meters, 14 runs, 2 tackle busts, 21 tackles. Yeah, he was great. He was fantastic.
He set the platform for Brayley, and I don't think he gets a lot of credit, but I don't think he gets enough credit for what he can do for Brayley. He gets those quick play the balls. Down our end, actually, he did do the roll the ball, which I do not agree with. That's a silly rule. I absolutely hate that rule, but he's trying to get the fast play the ball, and if he can keep doing fast play the ball, Brayley can keep doing his stuff, and, we're just laughing.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks for joining, and thanks for wearing the hoodie. I might wear mine out to a game one day. I've been trying to get the nerve to do it, but they're super warm. If you haven't got one and you feel the cold, you can see Kobe's wearing it pretty well. And
mate, it's awesome. It's comfortable.
Hey, thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
100%. Up, Cronulla, baby.
Up, brother. Take care. Thank you. Now, Joe says, great view. Thought we played pretty well. Cut mistakes out. Oh, this is my friend Joe. I was sitting next to Joe all night. Thanks for hanging out, Joe. Awesome. And Wesley says, nice win and such an important 2 points. Now, let's bring in this gentleman. Hello, how are you? How am I pronouncing your name, sir?
Lef.
Lef, how are you, Lef?
I'm good. I just thought I'd shorten it for all the friends at home who can't pronounce Joel.
What?
Sorry.
How you going? What's going on?
Yeah, good, Shinaz. Mate, first time on the show. This is wicked. I've been listening to the podcast, every drive home for the last however long. So it's fantastic to actually make contact.
Awesome.
Mate, I think I figured out just tonight. I think I figured out exactly what the perfect cake mix for the premiership is.
Okay.
All right. So first things first, Kafusi offloading.
Yes.
That is huge. That's like what Aaron Woods used to do. He just used to turn in the ruck, offload, and we'd get those extra 10, 20 meters. Obviously, Braille's running is a huge thing. But then there's something that I thought that we are not looking at because we're kind of going through the motions. And it's when Heinze and Tricky are kicking on the fifth.
Yeah.
But there's like a 15-meter gap from them to the line. My thoughts are run it to the line and do what who used to do it back in the day? E.T., like seeing E.T. get the chip kick over the top.
Okay, chip kick, yeah.
So because they just, it's kind of a repetitive thing. They get in that sense and bomb it, challenge it, whatever it is. I'd just love to see them challenge that line a little bit more, a bit like how Brayley's doing it, through the sets.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're just a few points that I thought, that are coming loud and clear through my TV at this stage.
Yeah, I think you're right, because with the kicking, they get into such a routine, and either it goes up and they compete, or it goes up and they want to make the tackle 2 meters out or whatever. But I'm a huge fan of the chip and chase. So if we could bring that back, that would be incredible. It is, slightly more risky, but I like it. Hey, whereabouts are you watching from? What city are you in?
I'm in Sydney. I'm in Moorebank, but I grew up in Gymea Bay. So I'm Shire through and through. My first game was Balmain versus Cronulla, 1998, I think it was. I was on the opposite side of the family hill, whatever that was called at the time, and we lost 11-10.
Oh,
I still remember it. I was just a little kid, and that Balmain got that bloody drop goal over, and it was all over for that night. But that was a wicked experience. And I just seen it on NRL.com recently of one of the throwback games.
okay.
So I thought, oh, that was cool. But that's this logo.
Yeah.
That is where it all started, and it's just something that's stuck with me, and I'm absolutely so passionate about the Sharkies.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
much as they probably cause.
I'm probably about 5 years before you with the same logo. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 1990 birthday, and that mid 90s to late 90s, as I'm growing up learning footy and playing footy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wicked. It was really cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. How do you see the rest of the season going? You think we're back, or is it too soon to say that? Or
I've learned not to say that over the years. I've learned not to say that. But looking at the next 4 to 5 games, they're all more than 50% winnable. Yeah. And then the bye, I reckon we can probably win that one as well. So I reckon 10 to 12 points in the next 5 to 6 rounds will put us in a really good position. So I'm pretty. If they can keep playing and keep building on what the foundation that they've got, I feel like 5th is probably where we'll sit if we keep doing what we're doing and we don't play a 60-minute game.
And will we see you down here at a home semi-final? Ooh, I said the words. Look out! Look out!
I've got a little 3-year-old
here.
I got a little 3-year-old who is just begging to go out there and eat ice cream while I watch the footy. So I'm definitely going to get myself down there.
Well, as someone who has some experience in that, I'll just correct you there. You won't be watching the footy, but your kid will be eating the ice cream. So
yeah, that's all right. Like as long as if the wife is with me, she can look after him. But she's Scottish and absolutely crazy, so she's more into the footy than I am. I think she can't even watch the Sharkies because she's worried what becomes of her.
Yeah, right.
So. But no, I appreciate you having me on, Shinaz, and
Pleasure.
I'll have to check out your music sometime too.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Appreciate that. But yeah, thanks for taking the time. Call in anytime you like, and we'll speak to you soon.
Champion. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right. I've been keeping this gentleman waiting a bit, and he's on his way somewhere. Where is he? He's called, what's his name? King Nico. I can't see you. There he is.
Yeah, I'm walking, in the pitch black, but I'm got light, which is good. How are you, mate? How are you going?
I'm good. I'm good after that win. Very comprehensive, I thought.
Same here. Look, before we review the game, I just want to mention this to now all the supporters. Now, for those that think Chad Townsend is a first grader again,
he won us
a premiership, but he's past his best. Look, thanks to the memories of 2016, but after watching him tonight, he's past it. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
That's fine.
Look, very impressed with what I saw tonight. Like, even though we had a few oopsie, clumsy moments, say, for example, when we would have the ball and we would knock it on, and then they came back a few times, but we held the lead the whole night, which is good. But if we can play a full 80-minute game without any major mistakes or letting the opposition back in, we'll be sweet. But from what I saw, we're looking good. I mean, it's still too early to say if we will be a finals contender. I mean, look, it's only 2 games. I get that, but for me, it's too early. Still early days.
Okay.
I mean, I like what I saw, but we still look shaky in other places. But for me, 50-50 whether we will be playing September finals or we'll be having an early summer. I mean, it's too early to tell, but full credit to Chris Vailua. Have you pronounced the surname? Sorry with my pronunciations.
No, that's all good.
What a debut. Proud for him, and hopefully this is the start for him getting more game time. Look, as much as I love Jesse, but Chris is definitely the future. And also congratulations to AFB on fabulous 200 games played, even though he didn't have much game time tonight, obviously with that injury, but still gave it 100% what he could. But now, proud of the boys, and hopefully this is the start of the turnaround, like I mentioned before, but we shall see.
All right. And give me your 3-2-1s before you go, please.
Okay, my 3-2-1s. Look, everyone played well. My 3 for tonight, I'd have to say it's a tough one, but for me, you've got to give full credit to Nico again. I know it's only his second game best, but hopefully this is the turnaround for him and getting his form back, which I fully believe. 2 points for me. Definitely Veilua, debut try. As much as I want to have him with 3 points, I'll give him the 3 points and Nico the 2 points. 1 point for me will be Mulatalo.
Okay. So you've gone Vayela, Nico, and Mulatalo.
Correct.
All right. Thanks, Ash. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. I won't be at Gosford next week, unfortunately, but I'll be back for the remainder of the season. Definitely will be doing the merge away, of course.
Yeah.
At Cogra. Hope to see you there.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care getting home.
You,
all
Sam.
right.
Thank you, mate. Will do. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right. Up, buddy.
Cheers, Sam.
Sue, thanks to Ash. Appreciate you on your way home. Very cool. Susie says, what a great debut from Vayela. Braille delivered as per usual. It's so nice to be sitting in 6th. Yeah, we are in 6th place right now. Not sure how long we'll stay there, but it's pretty good being there. The cleaners have been in here and they've left the door open, but life goes on. Jason says, I hate the chickens. I love the SharkCast. Hi from our living room. Up. That's from Jason. Appreciate you. OG, sir. Ghastly says, why did Colhoun only get 12 minutes tonight? He was really good for those 12 minutes. I'm not sure why. I can't answer that, but he was really good. Really good. He and Bill Burns just brought some energy, didn't they? Hopefully Britain's doing okay. Happy birthday to Jason as well, by the way. Buckwit says, not at 6 for long, but if the team can keep it together, anything is possible. Thanks, Buckwit. I'm going to go head over to our friends on the Insta. Lots of people are there. Luke Perry's there. Richie Barnett, 23, says, nice win. Well, Richie Barnett, 23, if that's who I think it is, come on the show sometime, sir. Thank you for your service. SMAC 85 says, it's not Blake Island anymore. It's Blake's world, and we're all living in it. Yes. Yes. Benny Harlem has joined. Finn 3 says Blake. Jay says Billy Burns again doing a solid job for the team. Hopefully we can find a spot for him on the list in 2026. I believe he will be sticking around. We'll wait and see on official word on that, but I believe he'll be sticking around. Locke Bartel says Blake Brayley was really good. Finn said, I thought it was Teague's best game of the season. Yeah, he was really good. Jay says Wilton was very good. His pressure and defense very good. Does little things in defense. And you think it's him or Brayley to be captain? Bronwyn said, I don't know what Bronwyn said, but I think it's some sort of typo, but I'm glad you're watching. Finn says, I love it when Nico and Trindle are both on. Doesn't happen often enough, but they were both on tonight. Very nice to see. Bronwyn said, sorry, apart from Brayley, Wilton was really good. Jay says, great to see Chris Vayela have a solid run. Look at times getting used to the pace of first grade. Good learning curve. Great to see him score. Absolutely. Matt says, Blake embarrassed the Roosters like a CEO at a Coldplay gig. Our friend Barnsey has joined. Jay says, I still think in 26 we need to drop McInnes to the bench. We know the effort he puts in, but we don't see him make a lot of meters. So just on that, Jay, Cam ran for 109 meters today, made 48 tackles, didn't miss one. I take your point, but I thought he was pretty good. Hello. I'll look after it. It's fine. Yeah. Can you just close the door behind you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And J-Man says, happy to see Burns do what he was picked for. Hopefully Britain is okay. Yeah, hopefully he does come back next week. Hello to everyone joining. Alex says Burns is better than depth. I'm sure we'll lose him. No, I think he's going to stick around. So stick with it. Jay is talking about the Balmain loss. Hello, how are you? And our friend Michael Silver has joined. Hello, Michael. Hope you're well. Braden says up. Jay says Chad will go down in history being a part of the premiership win. Play good footy for the Sharks. Alex said, did anything else happen? Did anyone else get anything else? I'm not sure what that says. We'll come back to that. Jay says, Brolly for 3 points. John says, thank goodness the origin period is over. Let's get back to it. That's true, John, except we weren't affected by origin. So I understand your point, though. Hello to my friend Nikki. Hope you're doing well. Any word on how long Hazelton is out for? I believe it'll be 2 to 3 more weeks, but he's on the comeback, that's for sure. Hello to Clevo. Nikki says up. And Jay says, any worry about Braylon AFB on report? I'm not sure. We'll definitely come back to that. I've been keeping Josh waiting. Hey, Josh, how are you? Sorry to keep you waiting. I was on another screen. How are you?
Good, Sammy. How are you?
Good, brother. What's going on?
Mate, just happy to be on after a win for a change.
Hey, how about that?
Yep.
What did you like? What did you see out there?
Step in the right direction. 2 wins in a row. And probably the 2 games that were the biggest 50-50 ones in that run we've got coming up. So it's been a good 2 solid weeks. Good building. I'm loving Brayley running at the moment. It's great to see. You're probably gonna have to move on to a small continent from that island for him now.
It's funny, Josh. Like, he's one of my favorite players, everyone knows. And tonight, I don't know if it's where just my head was at or whatever, but I'd sort of forgotten in the moment at game time how well he'd been going. And so when he started running, I was like, run, Blake, run. Yes. And I was like, oh, you've been doing this all year. This is amazing. But I'd sort of forgotten. I guess it's become routine now, which is a really positive thing for him, for me, for the club. And yeah, man, that makes such a difference. Even
it's huge.
6 agains, he probably got 2 or 3 6 agains for us.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's great. And I notice it more now too, because my mates are actually who pay no attention to him or don't pay a lot of attention to Cronulla or mention him a lot lately, and already put him in a Blues jersey for next season. So I enjoy it when I hear that about our players.
Now, here's a note from Dan. He said, what happened to the Chinese restaurant over there? I mean, from all reports, it's closed. I can't tell you why. I don't know why. And we will try and find out, because I quite like going there, and it does sort of, I guess, impact the local area. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate, but I can tell you that the space will not go to waste over time, but hopefully they can work out something. Josh, tell me things. Talk to me. What did you like? What's going on?
Really like the game. I'm a bit biased, but I really like the game of Teague. I can really see him being our next captain. I just love how tough he is. Does some really important stuff for us. He was really good in defence. A lot of line speed, a lot of pressure from him. Thought he cut down Sam Walker's time a lot. And yeah, he was really good. I thought Ronnie was important with his yards. He really did some tough. Like, I know we do get a lot of yards out of our back 5, but I thought especially tonight he sort of I guess picked up the slack where Jesse would usually help out, and he seemed to make a bit of an effort to get in there a bit more, knowing that Jesse was out, and Chris probably wasn't. He's not the battering ram we're used to having out in the centres there. He's just he's a young kid still, and he hasn't quite got his man strength. But thought Ronnie was really good. Nico and Tricky really solid again. Yeah, for sure. Especially Nico. Through the middle, strong. I like Cam McInnes's game. Just doesn't stop when he is out there. Same as a comment earlier, would like to see some more time for Jesse. I thought Jesse Colhoun. I guess the rotations probably got messed up a little bit with Nikora going off early.
Yeah, I think so.
And I guess that sort of cuts one, because we didn't get the, there was no foul play, so it wasn't a free interchange for us. So I guess we didn't get that one back. So I guess that made it a little bit harder to get him into the game, since we had to send someone on to play the rest of the 80 minutes for Nakora going off early. But I just really enjoyed it. I always enjoy beating the Chooks.
It doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot.
No, we've got a horrible history against them recently. And I got a good mate of mine who's a Chooks fan. So I always enjoy it when I can get one over him. I actually went to Magic Round together the last time we did beat them.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was a good one. High scoring, exciting game. So, but yeah,
let's check out some stats while I got you here. So Sharks completed at 83%. 83. The Roosters were at 64%. That says a lot about, I think, the way the game went. We had 5 line breaks to 1. There were basically no offloads in the game from either team, more or less. We ran for 400 meters more. Both teams missed around 25 tackles each, 5 penalties each. We did have 6 set restarts to 2, which may have been a difference maker there. 10 errors for us, 14 for them. So, I mean, we dominated all that, but it looked like the Roosters just didn't have a game plan, man. Like they just threw it around. Maybe they thought they could out enthuse us or out energize us. I'm not sure, but some of the play was just ridiculous. And I think at least one try with the crazy kick and the bounce, that kind of went their way. But overall, I was pretty unimpressed with them. No,
they did us a lot of favors. So that completion rate, probably with about 20 to go, I think it was sitting at about 83, 82%.
Wow.
Okay. Both teams.
Okay.
And that last 15 to 20 minutes, it felt like they didn't complete a set. And they really did us a favor just playing side to side footy. They were trying to score for every play. And it just wasn't working for them. And actually, Sean Johnson was in commentary and he made a few really good points about the way that they were playing. Just not direct enough and really tiring themselves out playing side to side footy, trying to score off every point or off every tackle. And it kind of did us a favour in there. Not that I don't think we could have defended them and kept them out, but I just think they really did us a favour with just the way they played in the last, just chasing the game basically for the last 20 minutes when it wasn't that far away from at that point.
Now, Liam's left a message that said, why it takes so long for the coaching staff to allow Blake to run more and Nico and Trindle to run less. I don't think that's a coaching staff thing. I think that's a Blake Brayley thing. And I am not trying to sound like a head swell or whatever, but for, I think 4 years, when I come here on a weekly basis, I grab him and I say, you should run more, dude. And I say that to him because he puts up with my fandom. All the rest of them will tell me to bugger off, but he's such a nice guy. He listens to what I say, and I'm like, run. I don't think until this year, really, I don't think he's sort of felt the confidence to do it. So I really don't think it's a coaching thing. I don't think the coach held them back. And you can hear in the press conferences when they tell him to run. I think that the whole world has been waiting for him to run. So that's just my opinion on that. But Ghastly says, do you think Vela will take over from Siffa in the centers until KL is back? I don't know about that. Let's talk about Vela while I got you, Josh. What did you make of Vela tonight?
Yeah, great to see him score on debut. That was always love seeing a debutant go over. Makes it a bit extra special. I don't think he's quite I'm never going to wipe away him after one game, but he might not quite be ready to take over in the centres there. Little bit. I mean, it's his first game of NRL. It's always going to be a bit different for a 22-year-old, but looked a little bit. He didn't let anything glaring through, but just looked a little suspect in defence on the edge there. Yeah. And not quite. I mean, we're very spoilt for go forward and big outside backs that can make us meters. Just lost a lot of momentum through the middle when he did try and take that tough hit, the second or third tackle, working out of our own yard. So I just don't think he's quite ready to take over from someone in the centres, but he's definitely, I'd definitely be happy to see him get more games.
Yeah, and I think that's the if you want to use this word, problem we have when we want to push these guys in, and there's a whole lot about Chris Vela that's ready, and you saw it tonight. Like, he took on a Roosters line, he scored a try, and there was a lot of good things he did. I'm with you. In defense, there were a couple of moments, and he got out of them, so it was fine. His go forward, not as dominant as a Ramian, and we don't expect it to be, because Ramian's a 28-year-old man with a bigger body and bigger muscles and the whole works. 100 more games, whatever. But it looks like Chris is still growing. He's still growing into his body. I'd like to see him with a few more kgs on him, and then he can do that kind of gameplay. So it's kind of not fair for us even to really talk too much about it, because I think you're right. Like a good thing would be for him to play more games, but also let's not thrust this position upon him just yet after one game, which went, pretty good. So we'll wait and see on that one. But
because you kind of have to remember too how long KL spent in the lower grades before Fitzy gave him his actual go. Like, this was, I don't think KL got a run this early in, I guess, his career as what Chris has got.
No,
and
not at all.
When KL did come in, he's hit the ground running, and he's kept that spot, and he's become our best centre.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the other thing about that is different body shapes as well. So we can't even expect him to do that. So
no.
My brother wants to know when Tall Tommy's back. I believe it is, I would say 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, probably the Cowboys game, maybe around then. He's definitely been training more. So I don't know if he's in full contact yet, but he's on his way back. And a few people not happy with BHU's game. Tell me, Josh, did you have a good viewing of the first hour? Was it a bad Nico ball, or was it a BHU thing, or were they both at fault when we were attacking the line?
Yeah, I saw it as being a bit 50-50.
Okay.
It was a bit behind BHU. Something you probably could catch. Also something he could have almost left, if that sounds a bit weird, to go behind him. Yeah. But it just, I think it was, that was kind of on both of them. I think when Tommy is back, I think at the moment BHU is probably the one that slips off that bench.
Yeah, he might. It looks to me at times like he might make an error or be around an error. It looks like he's just trying his hardest not to make another one. So he sort of goes into his shell a little bit when he does the hit ups and the runs and the play the ball. So that's something he's got to get over. He's got it in him to be a great player. Whether we're going to see it or not this year, I don't know. Hopefully, but when everyone's fit, it's going to be interesting. The Atkinson thing's interesting again. He was 18th man today. So, and when Billy Burns scored that try, it was like, well, that's why he's in the team. And I don't think someone of Dan Atkinson's build is going to be able to do that.
No, absolutely not. Something as a team I'd like to see us do it, just do occasionally, is just, we just don't never put our foot on the throat and just keep a team down. We always find a way to, 20-6, and we're attacking their line, and that mistake you were just talking about early in the count, just a simple pass goes down, or simple pass wasn't executed, and then the Roosters go 80-90 meters that set, score a try, and we're almost looking at 26-6 going into half time, and all of a sudden it's back to, I think it was 20-12 at that point, and we just always seem to find a way to invite teams back. Just give them a sniff, let them back in a little bit. We just never seem to go on with it when we get that momentum.
Because what was the closest tonight? Was it 8 points? It got to 20 to 12.
No, they got to 2. It was 2018.
Got to 2. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it got to 2018. That's when that was when that completion rate and everything sort of evened up a bit. So we did well to steady the ship there and pull away. We just when we get our chance to really stomp on them, we just don't seem to take it.
Now, Scott says, I'm way ahead of myself here, but given our draw is very friendly, top 4 could still be a reality if we win them all. So, I mean, that could be true. That'd be awesome. We do have the last game at Bulldogs against Bulldogs. So that could mean a lot, or it could mean nothing for them and for us. We have no idea what it could mean. But I think, Scott, that we go one game at a time. How are you feeling, Josh? Are you going one game at a time? Are you looking ahead in blocks? What are you doing?
I'm I like to say I'm very much one game at a time, but I did have a quick glance at the to refresh myself with the draw before I came on here, because it did come up on the screen during the towards the end of the game, and kind of had to refresh myself with what kind of run we had home, and it is very kind, and like that Bulldogs game is the toughest one we have coming home, and that's our last game, which isn't a bad time to get a tough game, as long as we are making the finals. But if we're the position we've put ourselves back in now after winning these two games, the teams we have in front of us, yeah, if we're serious, we need to be making finals. I think top 4 might already be gone, unfortunately. I think depending on how those teams go this weekend, we're 4 adrift at the moment. We could be 6 adrift from the 4.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough to crack that top 4. But
I do think those Raiders and Tigers games come back and they haunt you, and that's and maybe that's where you finish 5th. But I mean, the higher you finish, the better off you can be. So But and also the thing is, you want to go into finals playing really well. And some years under Fitzgibbon, we haven't. We've sort of limped into finals. Some years we haven't, some years we have. But you want to come into it pretty good. So, I am looking at it one at a time, Josh and Scott. But I'm with you, Josh. Like, it's hard not to look ahead and go, well, we can beat all these teams. And the thing is, this year we have beaten the teams we're supposed to beat, as in like ladder positions. Take the West Tigers out of it, but we've beaten all the teams we're supposed to beat, and we haven't really had that much success against the top 8 teams. So, bit of a reversal from last year. But my point is, we're playing those teams coming up. We've got Souths next week, and it goes without saying, if we don't win that, well, then what are we doing? And I'm not saying it's an easy win. Turn up, play well, you'll win. That's as honest as you can be about it. But
that's what the wins for the last 2 weeks. The other reason they're so important is we've got 4 points from the last 2 weeks, but we've also taken 2 points away from 2 teams sitting right around us on the table. So
exactly,
just very important to get those wins.
Very well said, Josh. Give me your 3, 2, 1s before I let you go, please.
Probably have to have Blake on top. I got Blake with 3, Tiggy with 2, and Nico with 1.
Yeah, their kicking game from both of them combined was just really great game management, I thought.
Yeah, no, really good. That's probably if I was an opposing team, I would probably be going the short kick off to us every single time, because we cannot seem to catch a high ball.
Yeah. Shane, who sits in front of me, was in my grill about that with the last one. He was like, no one's going for it. And I was like, well, I can't explain it to you. I don't know why either. They know it's coming. So
I don't mind our guys contesting a kick and dropping those. Like, I can swallow that. But the one we let bounce in the first half, they're the ones I just got to shake my head at those ones where they just stand around. Almost cost us to try that one too. Very close.
Got to do better. All right, thanks, Josh. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Night. Thanks, Sam.
Absolutely. Great night. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Now, Jesse says, what's your thoughts on the overall rating of the Sharks on a Rugby League 26 at 83 for a rating? I'd have to see the other team's ratings, but a little low. I don't know. I know Teague Wilton's their best player, though. And tonight he was close to it, to be fair. Peter says, we still have trouble defending broken play. To be fair, a lot of teams struggle with that. Overall, happy with the result. Up. Jake says, massive effort from the boys tonight. I think we're leaving too many points out by not icing the opportunity we earned for ourselves, but stoked with the effort. Still a bit frustrating. Yep, fair enough. Alex has come on to correct himself. He's walking home and typing. All the kicks are end over end. There's no torpedo. Okay. I thought I saw one torpedo, but I get your point. Chad says, I didn't expect to win tonight, but we hung tough. Bradley was amazing. Doc says, I love Billy Burns. He's becoming such a reliable player. Now, on that note, I might bring in my colleague, Gary Dover. Come on in.
Another reliable player.
You are a reliable player.
Sorry, I'm pulling the
Absolutely. Gary,
how are we?
what about the Billy Burns try? That was fun.
How good was it? He's very pumped up down there.
Gary got some good shots.
Brings a lot of energy to the team, so it was good to see him get one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how was your night out there?
Yeah, it was good. It was a little bit cold, obviously, down there, but it's always good when you get the win. So happy for a lot of the guys out there and for Adam and Chris and everyone. Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah, I thought it was a really all-round great performance everyone put in, and the general vibe online is pretty good. We've had lots of people calling in, which is wonderful.
Awesome.
Feel free to call in some more if you like. And everyone's pretty hyped. Some people more than others, of course. But Ghastly says, what was Tom's injury? Shoulder, I believe. But he'll be back in a few weeks. Now, Grunge Meister Fuzz, my favorite name out there, says, great win again. I heard Connor Watson post-game say the Roosters trained all week knowing Bradley would run at them, and they still couldn't counter what he did. Yeah, he was on fire, wasn't he? Thanks for letting us know about that. Hey, Troy. Yeah. You want to jump on? Jump on. We've got a third mic if you want it. Okay. Won't be too long. Thanks, Troy, who has been looking after us so graciously, I've put on 45 kilograms tonight from Sharks Catering.
Didn't even leave me anything.
Well, they took it away. They just kept on bringing stuff. It was unbelievable.
Awesome.
It was obviously a mistake.
No. It was
there's food there. There's fruit there.
No, I'm totally kidding. It's fine.
Ghastly 10 says, next week I'm feeling confident back at Gosford, but hope Stone Street plays over Katoa. Ooh, we're going to get a bit of that tonight.
I'm very late to the party, obviously. But what's the general consensus? Who are people loving? Who are people not?
People are loving most people. There's a bit of distrust in BHU and Ghastly's. I think there's a few people back Katoa and the first try, which even I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yep.
Not this again. But everyone's pretty positive. The halves are getting good raps. Yep. Brayley's going off.
Nico's playing with a bit more confidence, isn't he?
He is. Chris Vailer's getting some really good reports as well. I thought he was pretty good. Solid is a great way to put it. Not perfect. Didn't expect him to be. Glad he wasn't perfect. Amazing that he scored that try.
Yeah, did a great job there. And obviously, like you saw the energy that it gave the boys at the end of the game there. So, you know, they get around each other, and to have a guy on debut, and especially a guy like Chris, who's such a humble young man, who's come through and he's been so close over the last couple of years to getting that NRL run, and he finally got it. And yeah, to score that try, everyone was stoked for him.
Can you run us through the player jersey presentation this afternoon, please?
Yeah, so we went up into the Quest, and Chris's mum and dad were there, and his partner, and yeah, his mum said some really nice things and had us all in tears, and yeah, it was just a beautiful little moment that he shared with his family, and to be able to stand there and take some photos, it's always a blessing that I get to do that. I'm very grateful, and yeah, it's one of those things that when you're in that room and you hear those things and you see the boys' reactions and you get your own feelings towards that situation, it's just, yeah, it really lifts you. So it was a good energy coming out of there and walking into the stadium. And
did you hear me razzing you as we were walking in?
I didn't. Were you yelling at me?
When you
Where was I?
When you were just here, before they hit the Andrew Eddinghausen stand, I sort of walked in and I was near the players and I sort of got the giggles, and you were in front of them and I was razzing you.
Oh man!
But then you didn't look, and I was like, wow, he's got his game face on.
Yeah, I tend to like switch off the ears when I'm walking the boys in.
Dino was walking with them.
And yeah, he's always up there. So him and Mace usually go up there, but Mace is overseas at the moment. So
of course he is. Just kidding.
Yeah, but coming in, yeah, the vibe was unreal. And once we got into the sheds and everyone got their game faces on, I knew we were in for a good night. And yeah, it showed on the field a little bit tonight. Now,
is it normal that it'll be 2 hours before game time they present the jersey with the family?
No, so it was a pretty late thing. Like Jesse with his hamstring, it's nothing too severe. So obviously he missed the game.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
He was doing some fitness tests late in the week, and yeah, they just decided that he wasn't going to play, and obviously they wanted to put Chris in there and name him 24 hours out before the game. So that gave them an opportunity to get his family here, and once they knew they were coming, it was the perfect time to give him his jersey presentation up there with the boys.
Shout out to Joel, giving you a shout out. Now, this is important. So, Loading Thunder, sir, madam, person, however you want to call yourself. I can't see you in the little picture. Loading Thunder. We had an email from another listener about you. So, Loading Thunder is somewhere across the world. My mind wants to say Copenhagen. It's probably wrong, but somewhere in some exotic city.
I remember this from last week.
Right. So that's Loading Thunder, right?
Awesome.
We had someone, a regular, I should know, but you know, there's lots of people listening and watching, which we appreciate. Someone wrote in on the Gmail and I read it out on the Monday episode. So a Tuesday episode. So Loading Thunder, if you want to go back and listen to that episode, but you don't have to, because I'm telling you, there's someone, a Sharks fan and a SharkCast listener who wants to hang out with you. And it's not weird or anything because he's a totally great guy. I just can't think of who it is. But he knows a way for you to watch games. So what you should do, Loading Thunder, is write to us, sharkcastpod@gmail.com, or you can find us a whole bunch of ways. Just not here because I won't find it. But get in touch with us, and I found a buddy for you. Hopefully that's not too weird. I'm sure it came out
awesome.
weird.
No, that was awesome.
Lewis, our good man, says, thoughts on Cam McInnes knock on late in the game. The bunker called it straight to the ground. We thought it went backwards. Yeah, look, I'm sitting side on. I'm pretty high up. I thought it was a knock on.
I was sitting front on and I still thought it was a knock on.
Yeah, I can see why you might want to challenge it, and I can see why you might want to say it was, but I thought it's just a classic 100-year-old rule. He dropped it. That's just my thoughts. I need to watch it back, though.
You should see Cam McInnes in the sheds right now.
He's got black eyes?
And is a warrior.
Black eyes?
He's got blood coming out of everywhere. His chest is all taped up.
What's going
he puts
on?
himself through it every week, every single week. But no, he comes out looking a bit battered and bruised most games. So
he played well today.
No different, but yeah, he goes out there and always puts it all on the line. So you can expect those cuts and bruises once he comes into the sheds.
Garsley says, I'm a bit off Katoa at the moment. I don't think there's much difference between them and Stone Street's nowhere near his peak. I think with Katoa, you can persist. I think the only real issue I have at the moment is the jumping for the ball. I know he can do it, but also you can't get taller, so it's a tough one. But they really should have defended that a lot better.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if, I don't want to put anyone else in the firing line, I'm wondering if Faela was a little bit out of position to help with the blocking. He got there quite late. I don't know if that affected it or not, but I don't know. I don't know what else you can do.
There's always going to be a bit of that inconsistency with a guy on debut and a guy who's been playing. Like, obviously, Jesse and Sione have been together for so long, and they sort of know where each other are going to be. But yeah, I thought it was pretty bad positioning from both of them, and they could have done a lot more there to, challenge that. But is what it is. It didn't affect the game, thankfully. And
the weird thing is, the Roosters didn't really go back to it, and it happened in the first time. They did it twice, but that's all they did it. It was like, what?
I heard a really weird rumor during the week. I forget who told me. It was someone in the office that Tupou and Sione went to the same church as youngsters or something.
Oh.
And so someone thought that he would take it easy on Sione.
2 tries, I've given up.
Because it was his good friend from back in the day.
He does seem like a nice chap, Tupou. Danny says, we did it. I didn't watch. Looking forward to the replay. Were we good or great? We were better than good. And I would say almost great. Very good.
Everything's been building steadily over the last 3-4 weeks.
Well, I thought we were better than last week, and last week we were pretty good. But I think you'll like it, Danny. I think you'll be impressed. Definitely make sure you watch it. Watch the full thing. Don't watch the mini. Get into it. Get your X's and O's out. Let's jump over the Insta. Now, Insta. Here we go. Is there any worry? So Jay asked about Brayley and AFB on a report. Do you know much about that?
Didn't see that, no. So I think was Adams for his shoulder charge in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like a good one.
He kind of stumbled into it, but it is what it is. We'll wait and see for the charge sheet.
Now, Clevo, who's big time in entertainment, says the halftime show is one of the greatest things I've seen. Fire twirlers, contortionists, sharks, cheer girls, rocking. to Kesha and a year's worth of fireworks budget. Yeah, the budget's gone, man. That's it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hello to everyone who's on the Insta. John said Brayley playing himself in an end of season trip to England. That's a great point. They do take the backups.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right.
Hopefully.
Just getting better and better each week. And I didn't think he could, but he just seems to be surprising me every week. And when he runs that ball off the back of our big guys going forward, he just opens so much stuff up.
Now, Ben says Brayley getting out and killing the rocket markers, Nico and Tricky, then go opposite direction with no inside market pressure. Hello to Chester, who I believe has joined. Hey, Chessie. Keep the fire burning for me, son. Jay says, heard the presser and Fitz talked about how they did some adjustments with Chris and his defense for the second half. Was happy with the way he responded to the adjustments. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, he's a really he loves his feedback. He takes it on board. Like, he doesn't take anything to heart. He just always wants to improve and get better. So.
Well, I noticed after the Tupu try early that DJ Holdsworth was out there talking to him specifically in a instructive way, not like in an angry or anything, but just so I'd say they were looking after him. Now, is that your man Tim? Are you friends with Tim?
It is. I went to school with Porter, so g'day, Tim.
Jay says we'll be doing a live cross at the game at Gosford next week.
Well, you gonna be there?
Well, let's talk, Jay. Ben says, sorry, but a rant happy with Braille's probably moving in the rock. Cam Smith didn't. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're watching, Ben. John says, is Toby a chance for New South Wales next year? I don't think so, but he's playing very well.
Yeah. I'm not sure about New South Wales, but I think he's doing pretty good. Off the bench is definitely his spot, isn't it?
Yeah, the energy he brought was awesome. Oh, okay. Your mic's heaps low.
My mic.
That could just be a Gary, the way he holds it, gangster style. Thank you very much, Bad Fish. We'll ramp it up a little bit. Talking to it for me, Gary?
Hello.
All right. Thanks. That's awesome. I do like the feedback. Thank you for that. Sorry, when I say feedback, I mean your feedback. John says, can we get a call out for my daughter, Lucy and Rosie, returned from the game watching the stream? Hello, Lucy and Rosie. Of course you can.
Thanks for coming to the game.
Yeah, thanks for enjoyed it. Thanks for joining the stream. And we'll come back and have a look at the Michael Level Bad Fish, but I hope that's a bit better. Now, so many lovely people are here. My screen's gone off. Now, this is a good one. Kevin says,
say that one.
Kafusi played really well tonight. Great offloads. I noticed, especially in the second half, maybe second stint, he was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was running with a fair bit of intent. And obviously, we need someone out there who can help Adam. And Oggie's that guy at the moment. Obviously, Tom's out, and he was doing that sort of starting role before he got injured. But I think when Oggie can get his go forward and he gets his offload happening, he starts running with a bit of purpose. He's, one to go with that. And I think he really helped out tonight.
Yeah, it was a big improvement. If he can play like that tonight or better, I'm totally cool.
He had a lot of runs too, didn't he? I thought he had more runs than he usually does. He made more meters than he usually does.
Kafusi had 14 runs for 105 meters.
There we go.
4 tackle busts, 2 offloads, 21 tackles. That's pretty good.
It's awesome.
Come on, let's give him some respect. Now, Loading Thunder says, I'll go back and listen to the show from Monday. Oh, no. I got to throw that up.
That
to
is
spoil the story, I'm back in Canberra. You're the best. That's awesome.
Welcome home.
Well, you can still be friends. You can be pen pals. Sammy says, I'm so proud of the boys. And they won for her. That's awesome. Hope you're well, Sammy. Appreciate you. Scott says the coach has got the team back playing some good footy after a bleak period. It was bleak. For Sharks standard and for Fitzgibbon standard, I thought it was pretty bleak. Dan says 7.5 out of 10 forwards dominated. That is awesome.
Was it just me or did Jesse Colquhoun play lower minutes today?
Yes. Someone had him at 12. I don't have it, but he was pretty good. His 5 runs were pretty dominating, made 7 tackles, didn't miss any. But yeah, came on late. It may have been a Britton Nicker.
I was going to say.
Any word on Britt?
He's fine. He's walking around in the sheds and doing everything he needs to do. So,
Peter is Loading Thunder. That's hilarious. For people listening to this whole saga and not watching, first of all, bless you. And
he's
second
across
of all,
everything. I love it.
Peter is Loading Thunder. Loading Thunder is Peter, and he shares the account with his son. That's cute. Ghastly said, how did we feel seeing Chad tonight? I mean, it didn't really affect me at all. I thought it would go one or two ways, and it went one of those ways. The other way would have been a match-winning field goal. So, you know, you won't hear a bad word out of Gary or me. We love him as a person, as a player. He did so much for this club, from on the field to off the field. And that's just our opinion. We know people have different opinions on Chad, but he's a terrific fella. And at his peak, I love watching him play. Did a lot for us in 2016 in particular, but also many other years. And yeah, but I mean, I thought he was professional. Like he wasn't very effective, but he was professional.
He hasn't played for a while, has he? He was out with some sort of injury or something, and he wasn't even playing New South Wales Cup. But yeah, as you said, good bloke off the field, and I had a lot to do with Chad off the field. And yeah, it was good to see him. I saw a couple of our old halfbacks. Shawnee Johnson was in the house as well. I had a good chat with him, but yeah, he was happy to be back here.
Dan says Toby, Jesse, and Burns were perfect off the bench. Can't wait for Tall Tom to come back. That's the other synopsis we're hearing, Gary, from our listeners and viewers, is that maybe Braden might make way for Tom, and you keep these three here. Now, the problem there is when we have two fit centers, where does Talakai go? Therefore, where does Billy Burns go? But then Billy Burns is out there changing the match. Change the match.
It's a very sticky situation when everyone's fit and firing. So it'll be interesting to see in the coming weeks what happens there when Tom's fit. And yeah, Billy's been amazing for us every time he's taken the field this year. And once again, he was out there. As we said a couple of weeks ago, it's that aggression that he plays with. Like, he comes out and he doesn't do anything too hot-headed or anything like that, but he plays with purpose and intent. And he's out there to, as you said, change the game. And that's what he did again.
Very no nonsense. And I think that he could go elsewhere and be a starter, but I think you'll find he's going to stick around for another year with us. Not confirmed, so don't go off on that, but that's my view, is that he will stick around. And I'm not sure, maybe he will push for that bench spot next year and be a permanent.
He's been great there, hasn't he? So
we're not sure about this one, Scott. Was it Cat 1 or 2 for Britt?
Couldn't tell you, I'm sorry.
Wondering if he has the mandatory 10 days off. The actual incident from where I was sitting looked not that disastrous, and he walked off, but obviously he was affected. So they're not going to muck around with that. We'll find out that, though. Oh, there you go. Rob says Cat 1. Thank you, Rob. Is that good or bad? Don't know.
Cat 1's bad, isn't it? No, Cat 2's bad, isn't it?
What do you say, Dr.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not the doctor. We need to get the
Imagine
doctor.
if you were. Queensland Shark Boy said, very good result tonight. Let's keep momentum going. Well on the fits and the players. Absolutely. It's been a good turnaround the last 2 weeks, and it had to. He's out next week. Okay. No Brit. So Bill Burns may start.
I can't see why he wouldn't.
Interesting. I was going to say, great turnaround from the coaching staff to the players, because we were in a bit of a mess. Those losses were not good.
Yeah,
conceding 40 points and all that kind of baloney.
Yeah, and obviously that was a bit of an anomaly for the whole time Pitsy's kind of been here. We never really conceded that many points that often. So we needed to turn around, and we've done a really good job in, just steadying the ship and getting back to the structure and the system that we like to play. And I think, moving forward, we've got some good games coming up. So we're going to have to be on our game, and we're going to have to keep this momentum, as people have said, keep it rolling and get some more wins out of it, because it's round 20 already gone. And it's the business end now. We've got a bye coming up. And
so we don't want to drop any more games. And when I say that, okay, cool, it'd be awesome to go undefeated into the finals. I'm not saying we will. We very well could. But I'm saying we don't want to drop the games that we should be winning.
And these last 2 weeks were really crucial as well, because we're on the same amount of points as both the Dolphins and the Roosters. So to get one up on both of them, it's a good start.
And we also don't want to be in that position where we're beating the Broncos by 20. So insert the team, winning by 20, and then losing in the last 20 minutes. We don't want any of that stuff as well. So
for sure,
if we're going to lose, let's make them good ones, but let's 1 week at a time. And I think we're in a pretty good place, and we will have troops coming back.
Yeah.
I guess KL's probably a game or two before the finals?
Yeah, he's I haven't seen him down at training. I've obviously been off and he's been rehabbing, but yeah, he's ticking all the boxes and getting through everything that he needs to get through. But I think, yeah, the original timeline was somewhere near the last week or two of the regular season. So there's still a bit of a way off for him. Obviously, Tom would be back a lot earlier than that. So, yeah, we're getting some guys back at a crucial time of the year. So it'll be really important for us to get them on the field and some game time under their belt heading into the finals. But, yeah, a guy like KL, you know, we've seen what he can do. Every game he plays in the centres is outstanding. So be good to have him back.
We just answered your question, Jacob Boots. We see you. Thanks for watching. Hope you're well. Susan says, great game from the boys. Love beating the Chooks. Congrats to AFB and his 200th. Only downside for me is my favourite Sharky Brit going off concussed. Yeah, so it's sounding like he'll miss next week. That's not end of world stuff. It's sorry, Gary. It's safety first, and if he has to miss out a game, we just move on. That's
Absolutely.
fine. He'll be back. Now, Ghastly 10 says, how much out of curiosity is BHU on roughly? I mean, we don't want to speculate about that sort of stuff, but I can tell you it's probably more than you probably think it is. And it's something healthy, probably somewhere between the 4 and 550. Don't quote me on that, but it's a decent figure. So that's approximately what he is on. And Peter says, I was surprised with the crowd numbers tonight. The place looked half empty at the start. I'm guessing 6 p.m. start plays into it. Now, are you saying you were surprised by the crowd number being more than what you think it was going to be? Because it filled up pretty nicely.
Yeah, I thought it filled up over the course of the starting 10, 20 minutes of the first half. And yeah, that 6 o'clock time slot can be a little difficult for some people to get here after work and everything like that. But yeah, they steadily came through the doors and I thought the place was rocking. There was good atmosphere down there and, you know, people were getting right into the match. Adam had his nice little section down there of all his family and friends who were getting real into it as well. So
yes, if you weren't here, there was a sectioned off bit next to the Andrew Eddinghausen stand. And it was just a kind of little, what was it, like a little rope or something?
Yeah, just I think it was
tarp.
just like, yeah.
But it was basically like you're not really you're not supposed to be here unless, and it looked like AFB had a big contingent. And I got to say, I've never seen that before in the stadium, and I'm all for it. Like, let's do it. Like, congratulations to him and his family. He had a great game.
It was awesome.
A great club man for us. But yeah, that's what was going on there. What I did see though, Peter and Gary, is I saw groups of friends at sort of 5:30, 5:45 coming down in a collection and having a drink and just chatting and catching up. And I thought, oh, that's actually a good thing about the 6 o'clock time slot. You knock off from work, I'll meet you down there.
Straight into it.
Yeah, so that can be a positive. It is a tight window, but I thought that was at least a positive. Hello. I think I got a Roosters jumper on.
I think so.
Okay, so again, Ghastly. We've answered this at the start of the show, but we're not 100% sure what happened with the Chinese restaurant. It wasn't open tonight. It's not open at the moment. There is a notice that they put up saying they're closed. No reasons why, and we don't really know much about that, but I'm sure that the club will make a statement at some point. I'm of the belief they'll use it for a corporate side of things. They'd be silly not to, and they'll probably have another restaurant there, but that's out of my mouth. I've got no idea. I will miss the place. I thought they did it really well. I love Chinese food. I love the Cronulla Sharks, so it's a bummer.
Good combo, isn't it?
It's a good combo, but that's what's going on over there. If we jump over to the Insta, Jay says, if Burns starts next week for Nicara, who comes onto the bench? Would we put Atkinson in 17 or give a game to Beryl? So we have 4 on the bench. I think that they might lean towards your second idea of putting Beryl there. I think he's going to have a game before finals. I really do. We've seen that in the last couple of years, him do that. And it could be next week because I like the idea of 4 forwards. If I was running the show, and thank God I'm not, but if I was, that's what I would do actually. So I quite like that. Jay,
are we keeping Sifra in the centres?
What's the alternative? Put Chris on the other side?
Well, it depends if Jesse's back, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if to get Chris a bit more game time, or are you saying Beryl needs it more heading into finals?
Chris isn't on my bench though.
No, absolutely. But do you put Sifra back to the bench if you want forwards on the bench and play 2
if
genuine
we don't
centers?
need Sifra in the centers?
Yeah. Or are you sticking with him there until KL's back? I'm just throwing scenarios out there.
No, I think I'm sticking. Like what I saw out of Chris tonight was pretty good, but I don't think now on the run back into the finals is the time where you want to kind of give guys a shot just for the sake of it, and you know what I mean. Like,
but what if KL's no good come finals and Jesse's does his hamstring worse?
So you want CV to have a bit of time there?
I'm just saying, if they're pulling guys out to not play New South Wales Cup, Bez is going to keep playing. I'm just thinking out loud.
I like Stiffer on the field as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like center's not my preferred position for him. 100% not preferred, but he's been pretty good this year, and he plays for 80 minutes. So I wouldn't be rushing him out of there to put CV in. But what I saw of CV tonight was enough to give him another shot. Yeah, particularly if it's the same scenario next week and Jesse's not ready,
keep him there.
I would, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Jay says, with a run home, the Seagulls, Roosters, and Dolphins play each other before the season out. That's good, right?
Yes.
They knock each other kind of around.
Up and down and around.
And also says, great to see the Sharks win their 9th straight Friday night match at Cronulla in a row. Jay's got a few stats, actually. He's been telling
there was some stat that popped up in the office that we haven't lost a Friday night game since 2018.
Or 18.
18?
18, yeah.
Something like that.
Rebecca's joined. Hello, Rebecca. Good friend of the show. Oh, lots of people are here. Oh, Shark Cage has joined. They're pretty good tonight.
We go. Yeah, they're always good.
They were always good.
Banging the drums, and we've got all the flags and signs and everything. It's great little corner of the field down there.
I don't think Shark Cage are aware of this. I think you might be aware of it, but you know, I grew up playing the drums.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I grew up playing the drums.
There you go.
I would suggest that I'm a better drummer than guitarist.
Yeah,
I
right.
haven't done it for a while.
Okay.
But it was my thing. Legitimately my thing.
There you go. I didn't know that.
Shark Cage, if you need a drummer who likes the Sharks.
You've got to break your drumsticks every week, though. That's the key.
Is that what they do?
It's broken every week.
The sticks?
The sticks are gone. That's how hard they bang them down there.
Is that Tim doing that?
I've picked it up, handed it back. It's shattered.
Jay says, got to stick with Talakai in the centers until Ira comes back. We need Talakai to play as many minutes as possible. We're using it as props. So, yeah, I'm with you. That's what I was trying to say. You've said it far more eloquently. There's lots of different ways you could do it. And I'm not against CV getting more time. I thought he was pretty good tonight.
Yes, Barnesy.
Barnesy says he's getting Macca's tonight up. So that's in relation to last week. Was it a week ago? It was.
It was, yeah. It was a week
and
ago
Barnesy was toing and froing. He called in. Should he go to Macca's? I said yes, but Barnesy's alter ego said no. But tonight he's getting Macca's. Jake says songstress and Kanoa. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
Stone Street and Katoa?
No, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, hang on. He's back.
Oh. On the wing, maybe, not the sting.
How many beers have you had, Jake?
Not enough.
Stone Street Katoa on the wing and Ronaldo in the centers is what he's saying. Oh, he's corrected himself.
They're still on the sting.
Stone Street Katoa on the wing, Ronaldo in the centers. Am I trusting Ronnie in the centers defensively?
I don't know about
short
that.
Periods.
I like what Ronnie brings on the wing and his returns from kicks and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know.
It's a tough one. I like Stone Street. I like all three of them. Like tonight, Joe, the Brewster next to me, said that's why you have Stone Street when Katoa was out left. But I was like, there's no guarantee Stone Street.
But then we've also seen Stoney jump up with the hands in the air and it's gone straight through. And, you know, there's always pros and cons to each of them being there. And
I think the other thing is we're not giving enough credit to Daniel Tupou, who's just an amazing footballer.
And a tall footballer.
So Shark H says, much needed win. We'll see you in Gosford.
See you there.
Excellent. Kevin's a man of my own heart, says quarter pounder meal.
You're a quarter pounder guy.
And Jake says, got to try and get our best players in the field. So that's what's going on in Sharkland. Ben says, we don't want the Java to start. Ben says, I see Max Bradbury has strung 6 or maybe more games together starting for Newtown. Is there any chance this year of a game or next? Now, I'm a huge Max fan, and I think that next year is way more realistic given the sort of bad run he's had.
Yeah.
But I like what he does. Great attitude, as you'll attest to.
Yeah, he's unreal as a person, and yeah,
Still super young.
he is.
For a prop,
he's still
especially.
young.
So I think next year he's a chance. I'm not sure of the contract situation. Someone can fill me in on that. But I think that Max, and there's a bunch of guys below him as well coming through. Some play today in Flegg, some will play for the Jets, but they're still kind of a while away.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be this year for Max. As you mentioned, he's come back from a couple of pretty serious injuries, but yeah, he's working his way through that. And yeah, to see him out on the field stringing games together is just exactly what we want from him. He's a really good guy, and on and off the field, I think he'll make a difference for the club in the long run.
All right. And Joe the Brewster says, hello, Gary.
Hello, Joe. Nice to see you tonight.
All right, we're going to start wrapping up here. Sharks win 31-18, a 13-point win against the Roosters, currently in 6th place. We're not sure where that'll end up come Sunday night, but it's all good. Like 2 points is good. 4 and against, it's improving a little bit with those sort of wins. Only conceding 18 against the Roosters, I'll take that. They're pretty good in attack usually. And yeah, loving that completion rate, 83%. That's awesome. 5 line breaks to 1. The other thing we were saying, Gary, is that the Roosters just had no structure to what they did. It was just all Hail Mary, trying to out-enthuse, out-energize, a lot of side to side.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work. Like I could see from where we were sitting, it was like, okay, you might fluke a try or two, but this is not how you win games.
They're trying that cutout ball a bit too frequently, aren't they? You've got to throw it backwards, first of all. But yeah, they were a bit all over the shop tonight, so it's probably a good time to get them.
NS says, balls out, Gas and Shinazzi. Great win. Bush has a newie out. What does that mean? Bush the band? Hello, how are you, sir? Bush the grunge band? What's is that rude? What, are you talking?
Absolutely no idea.
You talking porn? I don't know what's going on here. NS, you've rocked this, but appreciate you. Balls are not out. Everything is in where they should be. On that note, we're going to wind it up because Gary and I need to get out of here. Shark Stadium, 31-18. Great stuff. Appreciate everyone being in touch. Can't say it enough.
Thanks, guys.
We have NRL dubs tomorrow.
Yes, we do. Back here.
Cowboys are coming to town.
Yes.
The NRL team, NRLW team. I always get that wrong. NRLW team. We did release a NRLW episode this afternoon on the audio side of things. If you want to go listen to that, caught up with Grace Lee Weeks and with Georgia Ravix. So that was a lot of fun. That'll be on your audio platforms on YouTube as well. You can go listen to that. And possibly tomorrow the Sharkies might be releasing some video footage of that. So stay tuned to that. Give it a like, subscribe, pump it out. But yes, Sharks win NRL 31-18. We live to fight another day. Things looking pretty good, actually. Just got to keep it going. Gary, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, as always. Love being on.
Pleasure. And NS says there's a new Bush album out. So that's exciting if you're a Bush person. And Kevin was not happy with the drop balls late in the game. Yeah, I'm with you. I completely understand. We're going to get out of here. We're going to play the song, Gary.
I love that.
We've learned how to do. And, Brooksy just joined. Where you been, Brooksy? It's only been on for an hour, dude. I was watching the other game, Shinazzi. Love you, Brooksy. Good luck to your Drags. Val's out for the year.
Val's out.
Breaking news. Val doesn't want to play the Sharks. Val does not want to play the Sharks. We're going to get out of here. Peace. You guys rock.
Cronulla, the boys in the black, white, and blue. Up, Cronulla, name of the Sharks, big U. Sharks, forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here. forever.